Ready to unlock the ultimate fitness transformation? Join us on this exciting journey as we reveal the 11 game-changing habits that pave the way to achieving a remarkable 10% body fat. From proven workout strategies to expert nutritional insights, this series is your roadmap to sculpting the body you have always dreamed of. Welcome to Nourish and Thrive, where you nourish all aspects of your life to the best and thrive however you like. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to join our community with thousands of members. Let's get on with the video. Hydration. Prioritize proper hydration, a critical point to discuss. Beyond its role in enhancing athletic performance, hydration also serves as a valuable ally in managing hunger. Drinking fluids during meals give your stomach a chance to host a liquid party, making it feel more like a happening spot. Equally significant is having a trusty drink to turn to between meals. Sometimes the urge to snack is not really about the snack itself. It's more like your brain craving a party. That's where a low or no calorie drink steps in, becoming the life of the non-caloric party you did not know you needed. Whether you are sipping tea, knocking back coffee, or having a lively time with carbonated beverages, just make sure it aligns with your caffeine tolerance and your stance on artificial sweeteners. This crafty choice can become your secret weapon in battling those pesky cravings and orchestrating a harmonious symphony of eating habits. Number 2, prioritize resistance. Making sure resistance training takes the spotlight is as important as remembering to put pants on before a video call. It is like aiming for a lean, mean physique, but focusing on cardio and calorie restriction is like trying to bake a cake with only frosting. You're missing out on the fundamental ingredients. Think of it this way. Cardio, weight training, and watching your calories are like the three musketeers of fitness. They are stronger together, but they won't work well if one decides to retire early. Number 3, planning ahead. Reaching a 10% body fat level necessitates consistently making the right choices, especially when faced with uncertain and unpredictable situations. Such chaotic circumstances often hinder sound decision-making. Disrupting routines frequently results in less favorable choices. While acknowledging the inherent unpredictability of life, it is essential to proactively plan ahead for your training, nutrition, and recovery. This might involve structuring your training week, determining daily gym times, designating rest or cheat days strategically, and even preparing your workout attire or meals in advance. This emphasis on organization is pivotal, as it paves the way for establishing and maintaining a steady routine, ultimately enabling you to find your rhythm and make progress towards your goal. Number 4, whole foods. I'm not referring to the upscale American supermarket. Borrowing a page from the traditional bodybuilding principles, it is wise to stick to clean eating most of the time. Choosing whole, unprocessed foods is like upgrading your meal plan to first class. You get more satisfaction without the turbulence of added sugars. And speaking of sugar cravings, they're like the rebellious kids of the food world. Give them an inch, they will take a candy store. Opt for whole unprocessed foods that offer greater satiety from the same caloric intake. Minimizing hunger should be a goal, and foods loaded with added sugars often trigger more sugar cravings, creating a cycle of unhealthy eating. It might sound a bit like someone dwelling in a treehouse, but differentiating between feeding and nourishing is essential. In a scenario where calories are limited, each calorie must hold greater value, a fundamental economic principle. While I'm no dietitian or biologist, considering your active lifestyle, the strain of training, and the desire to preserve muscle mass, it is possible that your micronutrient needs surpass those of the average sedentary individual. Ultimately, aiming to feel your best hinges significantly on embracing a nutrient-rich diet. Next, Controlled cheating. Certain outdated bodybuilding practices should remain in the past, while viable ancient wisdom still holds relevance. Incorporating a cheat meal or day, if it's feasible, falls into the latter category. This approach aligns with principles of planning, readiness, and predictability, all contributing to sustained, long-term commitment. Having a small reward to anticipate makes it notably easier to adhere to your diet or push through demotivation during gym sessions. However, it is essential to approach cheat meals strategically. Without a plan, sporadic indulgence can lead to impulsive decisions, undermining progress. Instead, conscious decision-making is crucial. Adopting a structured mindset prevents falling into a mindset of recklessness and impulsive behavior. Number 6, sleep routine. Let's be real, getting consistent sleep is as important as finding a Wi-Fi signal in a remote village. I mean, who wants to lift weights when your dumbbells suddenly feel as heavy as a herd of elephants? We're not trying to beat the sleep is important drum like it owes us money. But seriously, even your dumbbells would yawn if they could see how tired you are. It's all about making the best of your sleepy situation, like trying to impress your boss after a night of binge watching cat videos. Setting a rigid bedtime is like making a promise to yourself. It is the equivalent of a handshake agreement with your own REM cycle. And don't worry if your friends tease you about your earplugs and sleep mask. They are just jealous of your commitment to sleep fashion. Who needs fancy designer pajamas when you've got the sleep accessory game unlocked? Perfection in sleep is like a unicorn. We all want it, but it's probably hiding somewhere near Atlantis. Instead, aim for that sweet spot of rest that leaves you feeling as refreshed as a cat who just napped through 3 snooze alarms. Stay busy. Maintaining an active and engaged lifestyle is vital, and it stems from the concept of seeking stimulation. Boredom is something you would generally want to evade whenever possible. If you can keep yourself occupied, the gaps between meals become less noticeable. Dwelling on whether you are hungry or not can often lead to unnecessary contemplation. In fact, my suggestion would be to minimize thoughts about being on a diet as much as you can. Efficiently managing your calorie intake and progressing steadily should largely prevent significant hunger, especially during the majority of your dieting journey. It is essential to distinguish between boredom and hunger, as they can be easily confused. Additionally, I would like to extend this perspective a bit further, refraining from strongly identifying with being on a diet. This mindset shift can yield positive effects through the placebo effect. Beliefs shape experiences, and labeling your efforts as difficult can exacerbate challenges. Embrace the idea that every day is ordinary, and by aiming for a rational rate of weight loss and adhering to a reasonable pace, you will find each day to be quite normal. Next, weigh yourself. Stepping on the scale is like having a personal cheerleader, except this cheerleader knows your weight better than your closest friends. Think of the scale as your own personal accountability partner. It's like having a tiny judge in your bathroom, making sure you don't skip leg day or any other day. A significant factor contributing to the success of individuals under the guidance of online coaches is not solely their expertise, but rather the sense of responsibility that comes from regular check-ins. Interestingly, a set of scales, although far more affordable, can be as potent as an online coach at half the cost. So, make it a part of your routine. Every morning, before consuming any food, step onto the weighing scale and capture an image. This practice stands out as one of the most influential and efficacious habits to embrace when striving for a leaner physique. Next, burn calorie for fun. This introduces a timeless concept known as leisure. While many videos discuss NEAT or non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which encompasses the calories burned through daily activities like typing or tapping your feet, it is beneficial, especially if you are already generally active. However, an even more effective approach is engaging in leisure activities that burn calories, essentially exercises that don't feel like exercises. For instance, running is not my preference, But introduce a ball, AstroTurf, and a group of teammates, and suddenly my cardiovascular capacity improves significantly, surpassing what I could achieve on a treadmill. It might be a different sport for you, or perhaps the enjoyment of hill walking and descending. The key is finding something that contributes to your calorie expenditure without feeling like an obligatory task, which can greatly simplify the journey in the long term. Top 10. Tracking calories. Allow me to clarify. I don't mean to imply that everyone should be in a perpetual state of tracking calories and macronutrients. However, during a dieting phase, especially if you are new to this approach, or if estimating your intake is challenging, religiously entering every morsel into apps like MyFitnessPal can yield incredible benefits. By everything, I mean every single thing that enters your mouth. Think of MyFitnessPal as a Gandalf of your weight loss journey. You shall not pass without being logged into the app. So embrace the meticulousness and track those calories like you are on a culinary treasure hunt. Last but not the least, mindful eating. When you practice mindful eating, you become more in tune with your body's signals. This means you will eat when you are genuinely hungry and stop when you're comfortably satisfied, rather than consuming until you are overly full. Mindful eating also helps you appreciate the taste, texture, and aroma of your food, making each meal a more satisfying and enjoyable experience. And that ends our video for today. At Nourish and Thrive, we are grateful for your company in this enlightening journey. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more insights. Thank you for being part of our community. Stay strong and keep thriving.